Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I had some committee meetings today and had a break and thought I would bring forward to your attention some issues that have been going on. And I wanted to talk about today the debate surrounding the Atlantic Coast Pipeline. As you know, the planning for the pipeline has gone on for years, and it sparked a lot of controversy on issues such as energy, property rights, clean air and water, our state's Native American heritage, and impacts on our poor rural communities in North Carolina. Today I'm not here to talk about the decision to build the pipeline, because whatever you think about it, it is coming. That decision has now been made. The question is what happens next to make it as positive as possible for the people of North Carolina. We know that Duke Energy and Dominion would benefit from the pipeline. But what about the rest of us? Why must we miss out on this opportunity? Much of the controversy surrounding the pipeline has not surprised me. What has, though, surprised me is the controversy over helping our local communities make sure that they, in fact, benefit from the pipeline. It's been more than a month since Republicans began their election year partisan assault on Governor Cooper over the Atlantic Coast Pipeline Fund. Yet leaders have failed to offer even the framework for a concrete plan to make up for the jobs they cost Eastern North Carolina. We all know why they're doing what they're doing, and that's politics. And in my opinion, that's unacceptable. This seems like a no-brainer to me. We will now have a natural gas pipeline running through the state. The local communities impacted should be able to tap onto it. Governor Cooper signed off on $57 million to help do just that. This would have helped grow jobs in these areas, local jobs, permanent jobs, jobs that are badly needed in parts of our state that are still in the Great Recession, areas that are still putting themselves back up from last year's natural disasters. Simply building the pipeline does not benefit these areas permanently. They need additional investment. Governor Cooper stepped up to secure $57 million in investment by the pipeline companies. This money would be used by local economic development and helping local businesses tap into the pipeline. We've learned that local businesses and agricultural leaders from across the state worked with the ACP to create this fund. They want good jobs for their communities to prosper, which raises the question, why don't their legislators? According to the Rocky Mount City Utilities Director, Rocky Mount has missed out on big economic development projects because of a lack of natural gas. And Rocky Mount doesn't currently know how the city will pay for needed natural gas extensions or taps from the pipeline, the express purpose of the ACP fund. Now that the money is gone because of politics, Republicans want Governor Cooper to look bad. They want to do almost anything to make that happen. In this case, the cost is $57 million and countless Eastern North Carolina jobs. Now, the state may in fact never see a dime of that $57 million for jobs or for schools or for anything for that matter. It reminds me of last year's budget debate. Senate Democrats in Eastern North Carolina offered amendments that annoyed Republican leaders. So late in the night, Republicans stripped out funding for STEM education in Eastern North Carolina. It was politics over policy then, it's politics over policy now, and it's also petty in my opinion. And it is such a huge missed opportunity for rural North Carolina. Standing with me today are my colleagues who represent some of the communities along the pipeline route. These communities do not have big dollar lobbyists. They depend on their elected leaders like Representative Pierce and Representative Rivers. They need help in their rural economies. They want us to leverage this opportunity to bring industry and business back to their counties and towns. I don't think anyone can dispute that these rural areas in our state need help. Governor Cooper stood up for them. My Democratic colleagues stand up for them. Eastern North Carolina deserves to benefit economically from the ACP and to have their communities protected from the environmental impact of the project. It is shameful that Republicans have put partisan politics ahead of the basic needs of their own constituents. Today, we are asking our colleagues to stand down from the political games for just once and do the right thing for Eastern North Carolina. If they don't listen, it's Eastern North Carolina and rural folks that will pay the ultimate price. I'm happy to take any questions.